the blackface, and him wearing it, it's just so unbelievably offensive. And it's, wow. Then here I am talking about us doing blackface radio covers here. What's wrong with me? I know I'm horrible. God, I'm not funny. I'm not funny at all. I'm not. I'm offensive. I offend myself. But, hey, we need to. I do offend myself. Sometimes I'll say things, even in the privacy of my own home, that is, well, I don't really have a home. I got a strip club room that I live in above a strip club. And I guess if you might call that my home, I often say things that are offensive to myself. Sometimes I'll sit here in this room and I'll just stare at the mirror and I'll be like, you fucking kitty wop motherfucker. And I'll go, oh wow, that's offensive. Wow. And then sometimes I'll get like a puppet. And I'll get like a little hand puppet and I'll go and dress it up and get a banana. I'll get a banana and I'll get these like two, I usually use dimes. And I'll get like these, I'll get my hand and I'll put a sock on it. Have you ever seen the sock puppet lady? Have you guys ever seen that? You have seen that. Remember, she did sock puppet. You don't remember. I know. A lot of you guys who are young and are new to the show don't remember who that person was. And she was somebody that was, I don't know, pretty famous. And she did a character called Lamb Chop. And it was Mallory Lewis, okay? And so she had a sock, and she put it on her hand and talk. So I kind of will do that sometimes in my house, or I should say strip club, and I'll get a sock, and this is where I offend myself. I do skits that I find are incredibly offensive to myself. I know. I don't know why I do it. I think I like to abuse myself. Maybe I'm into a BDSM of verbal. So maybe, who knows? Hey, you know, if Peter Ackworth at King.com to be Kinger, maybe I could be Kinger in a different way, like an abusive kinky. So what I'll do is I'll get a sock and I'll put it over my hand. Sometimes I have to check which socks I use, because when I'm masturbating at times and I've finished myself off, and the semen will get coagulated inside my belly button with all of my hair, I'll use a sock to mop it up. Not because I don't have anything else to mop it up with, but socks have a really good layer of insulation. They're used to being on your feet, and you run, and you play, and you exercise. So the sock absorbs the sweat from your feet. And so in turn, what can mop up a sticky, gooey, bleachy cum that is soaked into your belly hair and into your stomach, you know? So I'll get the sock and I'll really mop it up good, really good, get it up. You know, all the chunky, coagulated semen that is all formed. Now, if I'm careless and I just throw the sock on the floor for a later cleaning date, when I go to do my sock puppetry, that goddamn sock all of a sudden is crusty and I can't get my hand in there. And I push, and once I push, all of a sudden my sock puppet is kind of like having a hair gel that is too caked in. Exactly, not good. So I have to make sure it's a clean sock. And I take that sock and I put it on, and now I have the formation of the sock puppet. And this is where the abuse comes in. And so I, as an Italian American, will stand there and at times sit, depending on how I want to abuse myself. And I'll make the sock puppet. It all depends on how I want to make them. When I go with the banana and a dime, I use the dime because the dime is smaller than the penny, and it will portray the beady eyes of a Jew a lot better. I know, this is where the horribleness comes in. This is shit I do privately. Nobody knows about it, and I'm sharing it with you. And so I'll make my sock puppet, and I get the little dimes for the beady eyes, and then I get a big banana, a real big banana, and I take the banana and I put it in there. And so in turn, then I create a little style mustache with a black Sharpie, and now I have a sock puppet Jew, and I will then yell at it. And then he'll yell at me. And so that will be on my right hand. And I'll sit there and I'll just be like watching TV, or I can't play PlayStation with one hand. It doesn't work. So I'm usually watching TV, and it's like, you dirty dago. And I'm like, who said that? And it's like, what do you want? You need to get off the couch and make me some pasta. And I'm like, who's talking to me? And it's like, this is Goyen. And I'm like, who? Moses. And I'm like, who? Tikey Tyke. And I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, there you are. How are you? Good, good. Now what I need you to do. And then so I fucking punch him in the face, and then he punches me in the face, and then I fucking punch him back. And then all of a sudden, what emerges out of my left side is my black puppet sock. And it's like, here, why is you all picking on my good friend, Rob Zicari? You Chewy Juicing? And he's like, oh, you nigga, get away, you dirty nigga. And it's fucking back and forth, nigga, tight, dago, nigga, tight. And then we start punching each other, and then so they punch my fucking balls in, and that ends it. I fucking get, and then I'm done. And then I tap out. I'm done. And Chewy Juicing, the jig, they fucking bash in the guinea balls. And that's kind of the racist BDSM self-infliction that I do in the privacy, okay, in the privacy of my domicile, which is above a strip club, Star Gardens. Now, I know that while I'm trying to get a network deal, and I'm trying to get on a MSNBC or a political show like that,
how we doing tonight, guys? It's the Rob Black Show. It's fucking hot as fuck out. It feels like it's hotter tonight than it was this afternoon. I don't know why it feels like that. Welcome to Rob Black Show. Welcome to all that shitty with the world. Here it is. You've come to the right place. I'm your host, James Kahn, and this is the Rob Black Show. I'm filling in for Rob Black, and we're going to be with you for the next, oh God, I don't fucking know, for the next hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. And we're going to be bringing you all sorts of interesting and exciting, I don't know. This is whatever. Tonight, I don't even have any fucking notes for tonight. How's that? We're just gonna wing it. We're gonna wing it. We're gonna talk about whales. Yeah, we're gonna talk about whales. How's that sound? We're gonna talk about big fucking whales, the kind that are at SeaWorld. That's what we're gonna talk about. And then we're gonna talk about other whales. We are. Then we're going to talk about porcupines. I like porcupines. We're going to talk about porcupines. Okay. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I shit myself. Anyway, let's talk about porcupines. Let's talk about whales. Let's talk about the avian. Oh, man. Go to adultfyi.com. I think the new story's up there about APAC. I feel like it's a political. I feel like we're talking about something political. It's kind of funny. Yeah, APAC. The Adult Performers Advocacy Committee. And in theory, it's called APAC. Again, I think that's like the name for a political group. Seriously. I think it's the name for a political. It's CPAC actually. That's what it is. It's CPAC, the organization that is part of the Republican committee, and it houses their conservative right-wing portion of their parties called CPAC. So this is called APAC. And if you go to Adult FYI, you will be thoroughly entertained by the article. It's pretty good, and it's pretty informative. And what's even more amusing is if you go to their Twitter page, they haven't had a Twitter update since the 7th, so it's been a fucking week since they have done anything on their Twitter. I find it pretty bizarre. But, hey, who am I? I'm just stupid Rob Black sitting on the internet and talking to people, and the amount of people are one. Seriously, this is one. I just got one person that listens to us, so go ahead and read the article. Read the article. We just have one person that ever really that one person that ever talks that I talk to. You know, it's funny because when you look at their when you look at that press release that they put out, which was in March 23rd, they even referenced Chanel Preston talking about how Porn 101 is just the beginning in APAC's endeavor to educate. The endeavor to educate is a core function of APAC, whose mission is to maintain the improved safety and working conditions in the adult film industry. In today's statement, the group elaborates. An organization created solely by performers, APAC gives adult industry talent So even when you read their statement from March 23rd, and then you go and you read the article that we wrote, and it follows the Twitter account of Chanel Preston and Jessica Drake, you see that nowhere does Jessica Drake and Chanel Preston talk about the Adult Performers Advocacy Committee meeting that they had. And I don't give a fuck if there was a meeting for old people, for new people, for retarded people. The fact is, Chanel Preston should have been talking about it. She should have been reminding people about it. But we went 5 days before the meeting and 5 days after the meeting, and nowhere did she talk about the meeting. We went to Jessica Drake's Twitter 5 days before the meeting and 5 days after the meeting, and nowhere on her Twitter page did she talk about the meeting. So if you're going to tell me that it was an oversight by them, and yet Chanel Preston can talk about going to Catalina, then I'd say Chanel Preston and Jessica Drake are not part of the APAC anymore. I think they gracefully bowed out of the con job that Nina Hartley and Kimberly Kane had been doing to try to raise money to pay for their fucking rent. So, hey, go read the story. It's a good read. Seriously, it's a really good read, and you will be highly entertained by what you see. So there you go. Anyways, we were reading the old websites tonight, trying to see if there's anything interesting. Oh, man. And of course, there's really not. We talk about this all the time. Our industry is really, our industry is really not as big as either you all think it is or what they perceive it to be to the media. And then the media, in turn, grasps onto it and runs with it. Our industry is not big at all. And the amount of activity that the industry gets is very minimal. And when you hear people talking about stakeholder or what the fuck is it? Stakeholders and you know, the elite of the industry. Man, let me tell you something. Again, this industry is so small that this perception of it being this enormous, vast empire of billions of dollars controlled by all these people is straight up a lie. So when you look on the websites and you try to get a gauge of what's going on, it's simple to actually see and break down who's doing what and what's happening, because, quite frankly, there really isn't anything happening. You know, there is not a vast conspiracy of people that control all these entities. There's really not that many entities left. And if you factor in Manwin, who's responsible for, Jesus Christ, 70% of the shooting that's going on, or whatever's left of going on, there's really not much to talk about, because all the other productions that are happening are far and few between, or have already taken place a year ago, and they're things that were in the can from some of these big studios. But I have a question for you, and I'm going to see if any of you can follow me on this. Now, I brought this up once before, and nobody responded. Nobody said, "Ooh, interesting." Nobody thought it was a revelation. Nobody really thought it was anything more than just business as usual. And like I said, when you look at some of these message boards, whether it's Luca's Back message board, Mike South message board, or XBiz message board, it's more of about 8 people posting and other people in this group putting different false names, and the moderators of the board posting as false names, and people just trying to give the appearance of something much bigger than they really are, which is about 5 or 6 lonely porn people that are a non-factor in this business, and so in turn they post and it gives them a sense of doing something. So when I go over, and again, I brought this up, I don't know, 2 months ago. We actually talked about it in a story, and of course nothing came out of it because it would require people that are part of the Mike South message board, which is about 5, to actually bring these things up. And Mike South message board is moderated by Mike South, so if he sees something that he does not like, it will not get posted, and you will get basically shut off. So we brought up something that I thought was interesting. I thought it was pertinent, but I guess nobody else thought it was pertinent. And that was the fact that Mike South has went on record and said that people that attack him are doing it because Free Speech Coalition is paying them from Christian Man. Christian Man, who's part of Free Speech Coalition, is paying anybody that goes after Mike South. So when Mike South is exposed for shooting without tests, when Mike South is exposed for lying about the Georgia OSHA, all of these things, Mike South says that these are just people, okay? These are just people that are being paid by Christian Man and Free Speech Coalition to trash his good name. And so we brought up the fact that J.D. Ottenberger and Associates were part of Free Speech Coalition. They were sponsors of Free Speech Coalition. And more than that, the partners at J.D. Ottenberger happened to be a guy by the name of Reed Lee. Reed Lee also happens to be sitting on the board of Free Speech Coalition. So in turn, this grand conspiracy that's being perpetrated by Free Speech Coalition and Christian Man is also giving Mike South money and advertising on his site. Yes, that was never brought up. It was never talked about because who's going to talk about that? And Mike South will never answer questions. So we brought it up. We put it out there. People went, oh, interesting. And then nothing came out of that. And they just stuck it in the back of their head. Now I have a new thing for you. And again, this will be explained away. If you go to Mike South's website, and this kind of, again, caught me off guard, but hey, this is, you know, basically Mike South and the people that represent Mike South make up their own rules as they go along. They're like shitty fucking Monopoly game players that just invent new rules while they're playing and say, well, that's the way we play it. So if you go onto Mike South's site, and at the top of his site, he has a section called Visit Mike's Friends Sites. And it says affiliate programs, business forum, 0-day porno, and then webcams. So these are all links, and you click on those links, and it will take you somewhere. Now, Mike says, visit Mike's friends' sites. These people pay Mike South money, okay? Now, when you click on the link that says 0-day porno, it takes you to what appears to be some type of advertisement for a whole bunch of websites. And along with these websites are pictures of people fucking. And if you take a look on there and look, you'll notice that a huge portion of these websites are Manwin websites. It does. It really does get tiring of talking about the hypocrisy of this guy and the people of this business. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not bullshitting you. Take a look at 0-day porno. It's a link on top of his site. When you click on that link, it takes you, once again, to Bang Pass. If you click on Bang Pass, I click on Bang Pass, and you can watch the full scene from Bang Bros. And it has tons and tons of pictures. Tons, like just tons of free pictures. And then, I can't even fathom just how much free pictures there are of this girl just playing with her pussy, getting fucked, sucking dick. And I then can click on All Bang Pass. And then what I'm looking at is nothing but Bang Brothers content. That's all I'm looking at, is content that has the word Bang Pass. And the last time I checked, Bang Bros, I'm literally, again, I'm looking at Bang Pass. It's just fucking amazing. Seriously, I'm just, it's just a plethora of things that Mike South either complains about or Mike South talks about being pirates. Twisties. Now, isn't Twisties Manwin? Okay, I'm looking at Twisties advertisements. All it is a Twisties site. I literally can click on thousands of pictures of Twisty girls. Okay? If I recall, isn't Twisties a site that's owned by Manwin that Mike South has screened, fixes their sites, or fixes their, what's it called? Their contests, they're evil people, and we need to get rid of them. Okay. Now I'm looking at Brazzers Pass. Isn't Brazzers Manwin? Am I in another fucking stratosphere here, you guys? Where am I? I'm looking at Brazzers Pass. Here's every Brazzers scene pass. Now I'm looking at this girl. I can watch the full video. It's Xander Corbis, Danny Daniels. There's 591 pictures. And I want to go to the All Brazzers Pass sets. Now I got nothing but Brazzers. I love Brazzers. And I'm going to fucking look at Brazzers. And I wanna click on their members area link. And oh, look, guys, I could join Brazzers. I'm looking at Lisa Ann, who's advertising for Brazzers. I'm not a member, I'm not. Well, I can join now. So I'm going to click on that. Brazzers, the world's best porn site. 12-month membership, $9.99. And I can join Brazzers. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, isn't this the same company that Mike South every fucking other day is writing an article about fuck them, and he's onto them, and he's gonna get them, and he's gonna fix them, and there's nowhere they can hide, and the guy over in Canada, fuck you, he says. I mean, isn't this the same company that's advertised on Mike South's website? Oh, God, where am I? So basically, right now, if I joined this Brazzer site, Mike South's going to get paid on it. So Mike South is promoting the same company that he rags on every single day. Guys, seriously, am I into cuckoo land? Seriously. Am I in a cuckoo land? Seriously, you guys, please. Am I in the fucking... Seriously. Seriously. Seriously, you guys. Am I in cuckoo land? Am I in cuckoo land? Somebody could tell me what area I am in. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, I'm going to ask this question once again. Mike South, the hypocrite of hypocrites, the biggest piece of shit in the world. Why does he have Brazzers content and Brazzers owned companies on his website where he's advertising for them? Can anybody tell me that? I'm going to sit back and I'll wait for an answer instead of people telling me about girls that are hookers and fucking all sorts of other wacky, stupid shit. I'd love to know. Instead of people actually attacking real problems in this business, which the number one evil that has done nothing but destroy people's lives in this business is a man by the name of Mike South. A man that does nothing but lie, cheat, manipulate, and spew hatred on a daily basis. And when you catch him on this, he comes up with either every excuse in the book or creates some subterfuge, whether it's Alexa ratings, or he just ignores the issue completely and throws a bunch of lies on his website and then moderates anything that anybody says, and guess what? It all just goes away. So once again, a man who claims that Christian Man and Free Speech Coalition are evil motherfuckers who are trying to destroy his good name, he has advertising on his site and has one of the members of Free Speech Coalition, Reed Lee, who sits on the board, advertise on Mike South's site. So it's a weird conspiracy of people that hate him, considering they pay him money. But nonetheless, we now see a website called 0 Day Porno. And they are what Mike South on his site considers friends of his. That's what his site says. If you go to the Mike South site, it says these are friends of his. Actually, let me say it better as far as what exactly Mike South says, because I don't want to once again be told I'm a liar. So let's see. Visit Mike's friends' sites. So these are Mike's friends. Once again, how does Mike South get out of the fact that when you click on Day Porno, you literally see Brazzers and Manwin sites? How? Brazzers Pass, that's Manwin. Twisties, that's Manwin. I got to imagine Playboy Plus, isn't that Manwin? Isn't that Playboy? Seriously, guys, once again, if anybody could tell me how is it that Mike South, who is in a constant smear campaign against Manwin, can have the very company that he smears on a daily basis be part of his site that he calls friends, where he makes money from people going to that site. What again? Where am I fucking living? I'm serious. I've got to be living in cuckoo land. That's the only explanation for what is happening. This has got to be cuckoo land. That's it. Cuckoo land. I'm literally part of cuckoo land. Because only in cuckoo land can Mike South call. Seriously. I just seen Evil Angel on here too. Fucking Evil Angel's on here. Oh God. I just don't get it, man. Seriously, I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. You are looking at Manwin product. I'm looking at Playboy. Playboy Entertainment is Manwin. Twisties is Manwin. Brazzers is Manwin. How do they advertise on Mike South's site? Come on, you guys. Seriously, come on now. Come on now. Come on, you guys. Come on. How do they advertise on Mike South's site? Does anybody want to tell me how this happens? And how does Mike South answer to this? Seriously. Once again, I know, nobody's going to bring it up. Or they'll bring it up and Mike South will just fucking pretend it didn't exist. But, just for the sake of it, I'm throwing it out there. Because I want you all to make sure you're aware that anything that Mike South says is a lie. Anything Mike South reports on is a lie. If Mike South has information, 9 out of 10 times they're lies. 9 out of 10 times he's made this shit up. Okay? When he posts pictures of reports on his website, you can pretty well guess that they're lies. Seriously. The guy in the last 3.5 weeks to 4 weeks has done nothing but lie. From his AIDS testing that he says he does, but little do we, or I should say, we find out that the little bit of testing he does amounts to a test that you get from Rite Aid. He doesn't do any testing for hepatitis. He doesn't do any testing for gonorrhea. He doesn't do any testing for HPV. He doesn't do any testing for even a DNA-style AIDS test where they draw your blood. Mike South does none of that. His only test is with his eyeballs. He literally looks at talent and he can decide if they have AIDS or not. And once we've weeded through that, he then has lied about having a Georgia OSHA inspector on every single one of his sets, which we all know by now is a fucking lie. Literally, it's all a lie. I've put on my Instagram pictures of $400, $200, $500. I put up so much money on my Instagram, it would be rent for his trailer space for about a year. And I have said to him, give me the name of your OSHA inspector. But there's no reason to hide the name, considering that everything Mike Soft is doing is legal. Think about that. Mike Soft goes, I'm not going to give you his name. Well, why? If everything you're doing is legal and your inspector is legal and he's real, then why would it be a problem to get the inspector's name? Why would it be a problem to get the inspector's badge number? Why is it a problem to get the paperwork from all of the Mike South sets that have been compliant with Georgia OSHA? Why are all these things a problem to get? Because they're not there to get. They're lies. Mike South made this up. He really is just a delusional human being. He fucking is delusional about this shit. And then we move on to him going on this war with Manwin. The evil Manwin, rah, 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 evil Manwin, rah, rah, rah. And now we look at his site, and he so eloquently names friends of Mike South. Literally, if you go to his site, he literally, on the top of his page, has a thing called Friends, Mike's Friends Sites. And when you click on Mike's Friends Sites, it takes you to a giant page that has Manwin-owned companies on it. And you goddamn know that if you buy a Brazzers pass or you buy a Playboy pass, then Mike South gets paid. And if Mike South doesn't get paid as an affiliate for that, then Mike South gets a flat fee every month from the company that is advertising all of these sites. So at the end of the day, Mike South is making money from the very same company that he shits on every day. I mean, guys, if you go to Mike South's site today, he does a whole article about MindGeek paying ABC News for the 15-minute ad for their tube sites. The same article that we read and dissected Friday, Mike South is now talking about it today, where, of course, he says that they called him first for all the skinny, and he gave them all the information. And they, instead of visiting him in Arizona, they did their own story, or visiting him in Atlanta, they did their own story. And he's glad they did, because all they did was a big ad for MindGeek. And Mike South says, take a look. The only thing it made you want to do is check out who those girls are. It's like, well, Mike, what when somebody does a fucking article on porn, okay, what are they supposed to do? Seriously, let's think about this. I've never seen any expose on porn, even when they did the story on Rob Black from Frontline, the one that basically brought me all the heat. They even did, the fucking Nightline did the same piece. The story showed people in a rape simulation movie. So there's PBS who specifically did a story that was to bury the industry. By all accounts, what they did was a right-wing hatchet job, and they showed sexy in it. I mean, how do you not talk about porn and show sex? It's porn. Well, what do you just say? We were on the set and you have stick figure drawings, like hieroglyphics from the fucking ancient days, like written on a fucking wall. I mean, we're talking to Steve. You could only talk to Steve Hirsch in his fucking office for so long before he drones on like a fucking retard. There's only so much time you can give Larry Flint at this age where you call my name. It's like you're talking to a fucking retard, like a 4-year-old. So what do? You got to show the fucking business. You got to go, oh, we're on a set. We're this, we're that. What else are you supposed to do? You can only look at Nate Glass. For the piece was 7 minutes. What were they supposed to do? We're inside this building. We're inside this building. We're inside this building. Like, it's about MindGeek, Manwin. It's about piracy. And it's about the fact that people make product, and the very product they make, they can't make money from because MindGeek pirates it. So they go on a set and go, so tell me, right now you're working your ass off, literally, to make these movies that you're going to lose money on. Yep, that's true. Wow, okay. What are they supposed to do? It's a fucking porn story. So Mike South takes up a whole post today to, once again, talk shit on Manwin. But even more than that, accuse Walt Disney of being paid by Manwin. Company that's worth, like, I don't know, X amount of billions of dollars is somehow, you know, taking fucking payola from fucking Manwin, you know, because Manwin has just got so much money that they would actually make it appetizing for Disney. Like, what did they come up to Disney with $100 million check and go, hey man, will you do a 7-minute ad for us on Nightline? Are you guys really believe that too? But hey man, Mike South will put a headline that says, how much did MindGeek pay ABC News for that 15-minute ad for their two sites? And the story wasn't even 15 minutes. That's the best part. It's like this guy, it really just does nothing but lie. The story was 7 fucking minutes. We played it on our show. Mike South doubles it, 15. It wasn't 15. It was 7. It was 7 minutes. That's what it was. 7 minutes. It really is amazing. It really is amazing. I'm telling you, you got to read the South thing. And then at the end of it, he goes, seriously, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And then he talks about all of Adela's client roster. They did 3 girls. They did 2 girls I never heard of and Taja Rain. That's it. I mean, literally, this guy is nothing but a lying piece of shit. And how any of you can listen to anything he says and take it for anything more than more lies is beyond me. Why anybody would actually pay attention to this fucking retard. Seriously. He's 15-minute Nightline piece. It was 7 minutes. Okay? It's on YouTube. Go check it out. 7 minutes. Okay? We're not talking about an exaggeration saying, oh, it's a 10-minute piece. And you go, dude, it was 7 minutes. And you go, oh, dude, it's 3 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm off by 3. 15. He basically more than doubled how long the story. He said the story was 15. It wasn't. It was 7.5 minutes. That's what the story was. We watched the story and played it for our listeners Friday night. That's how long the piece was. So Mike South, the headline right out of the gate, he's lying right off the headline. So right there, I mean, literally, if this guy was a real journalist and actually was in the real print media where he could get fucking serious repercussions for the lies he tells, he would have been done years ago. But that article, he would have been finished. He would have been, if he was, let's say he was fucking CNN, or he was fucking MSNBC, and his top headline was, I wonder who fucking ABC, how much did MindGeek pay ABC News for that 15-minute ad? Right, he would have been done. For you to add his executives come into his office and say, yeah, hey, Mike, how you doing? Before we even read your fucking bullshit article, you lied in your cover piece. What do you mean? Well, Mike, the ad wasn't, or the article wasn't 15 minutes, it was 7. Oh, well, you know, shucks. 7 minutes, 15. No, sorry, Mike. What you're telling your audience is that the Nightline basically did double what they did. You're not lying by a minute or 2. You're lying by a double segment. So basically, Nightline that runs a half hour took half their time to do a story on MindGeek. Oh, well, you know, a minute here and a minute there. No, Mike. Then, Mike, you make an accusation that Walt Disney is paying is getting payola from a porn company. Oh, well, you know, it sure seems like it. Really, how does it seem like it? Well, you know, with their 15-minute, but Mike, it wasn't 15 minutes. Well, you know, a minute here and a minute there. Madon. You guys see, this guy would have been fucking done. This guy literally would have been done. This guy would have literally been done. Okay? That literally, and then he just makes up more bullshit that you can't even check. And they, listen to what he said. The piece they did was cotton candy journalism. How? I thought it was a pretty good piece. It said, MindGeek, who owns all these companies, we never have we seen in the press, as far as mainstream, anybody come right out and go, this company, MindGeek, has bought up 80% of the production companies in the Valley, and they own Digital Playground, fucking Twisties, and whatever third company it was. We've never seen that. It literally went on the record last night, or Friday night, or whatever the fuck it was, Thursday night, and said these companies are owned by MindGeek. And then it said they are responsible for all of the pirating on the business. They are the scourge of the business. And it's because of them nobody can make money. Where's this cotton candy piece? Were they supposed to actually go, this man, Farouk Anton, and really, were they supposed to get into that bullshit? It was 7 minutes. That's what it was. they talked to Nate Glass, who does an ad on Mike South's site. So right there alone, Nate Glass is the authority on piracy. And on top of all this, that Mike South calls a cotton candy piece, ABC did this whole story and never got one fucking word from Manwin. Manwin wouldn't get interviewed for the piece. So it was a one-sided piece. Nobody defended Manwin. Nobody defended fucking MindGeek. And Mike South calls it a fluff. I'm telling you, I don't know where this guy is coming from. If he's just doing too many pills, or if he's sniffing glue out on the fucking hillbilly fields. Where is he coming up with it was a fluff piece? They did a 7-minute piece on MindGeek being the scourge of the adult entertainment business. Because of them, nobody can make money, including these 3 girls. And you have Nate Glass saying it's all because of MindGeek. And ABC goes, yeah, MindGeek wouldn't talk to us, so we went ahead and did this report anyway, so we're going to keep going telling everybody how they suck. And by the way, they own these 3 companies. Straight up, motherfucker. They own Twisties, Digital Playground, and this other company. And all this talent still needs to work so they can pay their bills because they're not highly educated and they're stupid. So they need money, and in turn, they get paid from Manwin to work for these companies, and then Manwin steals their content that they lay out their own money for. Isn't that funny? Ha 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 ha. All right, end of Nightline story. Next. I guess Mike South wanted fucking Nightline to be running around in Canada going, yes, yes, can we get your... What are you, fucking stupid? I'm surprised they did a piece as it was. And like I said, they had Nate Glass, who has an ad on Mike South's site, so it's obvious that Nate Glass is the go-to takedown piracy guy. So they even have the takedown piracy guy that goes, yeah, it's all Manwin's fault. Nobody to rebut that from Manwin's side. All of the people shit on Manwin in that story, and not one Manwin representative would speak on their behalf. And the closest they got to someone speaking on their behalf was girls saying, we don't want to talk about them because we'll get blacklisted. Where does Mike South come up with this being a cotton candy story? It's the same delusional world that he's in that I guess he's able to advertise for Manwin products on his own site. There you go, guys. Seriously, there you go. The guy is fucking delusional. He advertises for Manwin products on his site and then does an article about ABC doing a 15-minute ad and their piece sucked and they didn't do any of the stuff that Mike South told them to do. Which was all stuff that literally think about this. Mike South is upset because he gave them stories that are not public knowledge, that are not historic written scripts like the fucking Bible. Think about what he says. Also, I gave him the story of Fabian and Nats and Fabian's rise and fall from power. And okay, so he told them a bunch of stuff that is not factual. I told him the people in charge at Manwin MindGeek are, including Ferris Antune and David Tocilio. Okay? So he told them something, and then ABC fact checkers went to get information, and then their people went, we have no records for these people involved in this Manwin MindGeek and having paperwork on it. And they went, oh, well, I guess we can't run a story. I mean, basically, Mike South is saying that he gave them all this information and they didn't use any of it because they found out that Mike South is a lying piece of shit. That's why. Isn't that an amazing thing? I mean, hey, Mike, doesn't that tell you something? That ABC News didn't use any of your information because everything you have are lies? Don't you think ABC News did some of their own fact-checking and realized that you're a scourge on our industry, just like Manwin is? Don't you think they actually sat there and went, so this guy's talking shit about Manwin, and then they clicked on O'Day Porno and went, wow, so he's talking shit on these guys at Manwin, and yet he advertises for these very same people that he is talking shit on. And ABC News went, this guy is an ignorant, hillbilly motherfucker. And then they did some more searching and found out that he preaches about safety and preaches about health and about how the industry needs to tighten its belt about the disease, and yet he's out there being more irresponsible than anybody else in the business. So guess what ABC did? They cut that rope and said, fuck this guy. And ladies and gentlemen, you can't get any more evident than his lead of his article. How much did MindGeek pay ABC News for the 15-minute ad? The piece wasn't 15 minutes. So right there, ABC News said, woo, thank God we didn't go down to the backwoods of Georgia to talk to this blowhard who's completely lying about everything he's been telling us. So instead, ABC News did their own piece, which I thought was pretty harsh. And a bunch of other people that I talked to thought was pretty harsh. And at the end of the day, when you're saying that the company is responsible for all the piracy in the business, and you say, we tried to talk to them, but they said they wouldn't talk to us, so we decided to do 7 minutes of talking shit on them anyways, I think that says a lot about ABC News Nightline and how they feel about candy cotton journalism, which they don't do. All right? And if anybody thinks that piece was a candy cotton piece, you need to go down there and suck on Mike South's disease-ridden prick and all his Bukaki boys. Because literally, that is absolute lunacy to be thinking in this manner. Because, let's face it, that was a harsh piece. And after ABC News did their research, they realized that Mike South is a lying turd. And no, you don't even have to read his article to see that he even lied about the length. The article was 7 fucking minutes. Okay? Seriously. The article was 7 fucking minutes. Do you guys understand that? I'm going to say it again for you guys, okay? I'm going to say it again. All right? I'm going to say it again. Do you guys want me to say it again? Okay. It was 7.5 minutes. That's how long it was. That's exactly how long the fucking piece was. Alright? That's how long the fucking piece was. 7.5 minutes. And Mike South claims that it was 15. It's a fucking lie. It's a fucking lie. Plain and simple, ladies and gentlemen, it was a fucking lie. Can't get any more than that. Can't get any more of Mike South's bullshit than just his headline. Can't get any more than that, than just his fucking headline. The piece was exactly, all right. You know what? I'm gonna fucking tell you exactly how long it was. How's that? I'm gonna actually tell you how long the fucking episode was, and that way, when Tom Byron does the story, we can be completely accurate and not be a lying douchebag that Mike South is. So let's fuck it. Let's say it right down to the fucking core. Hold on. I gotta wait till it fucking loads and it gets to the fucking story. So hold on. 'Cause it's quite entertaining at how off Mike is. So hold on. Fuck, man, they got ads, they got all. It's like Jesus Christ. It's like a whole. Man, picking my nose. It's bad. Bad. Picking my fucking boogers. It's like a whole. Why is the fucking internet so goddamn slow? Seriously, it's like, wow, internet's slow. Go figure. So hold on. Just so I can get this perfect. I haven't. One. Man, this is like, it really is a fucking, man. It's like, really? It's like, come on, man. Fucking thing was on YouTube when we watched it. But of course, go figure, you know. Go figure. Fucking, go figure. Yeah, okay. I can't. Yeah, yes, give me the fucking YouTube. I know the thing was on YouTube. That's the best part. Thing was on YouTube. Okay, great. I am good now. I'm like hell bent on finding this. One of these days, you guys, you're gonna see, man. You're gonna see us on, and I'm gonna have real people putting together my show where I don't have to do this stuff, and it's not a fucking, and it's just not a, it's just not a, it doesn't turn into this fucking type of thing. So, alright, yeah, I can't find it. Okay, whatever. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Fuck you. Alright, here's the exact time, ladies and gentlemen. 7 minutes and 42 seconds. I wanted to be accurate with my rebuttal of Mike South. So, 7 minutes and 42 seconds seems like a long way away from 15 minutes. Would you like to be tortured for 15 minutes or 7 minutes. Think about that. Would you like to be tortured for 15 minutes or 7 minutes and 42 seconds? And the best part is on this, too, if you really wanted to be technical, there is literally a, I'm watching it right now, there's literally a, watch this, you guys, we're at 20, 21, 22, we're at 23 seconds before the piece starts, as they do a talk-up. So in actuality, the fucking piece is shorter than 7 minutes and 42 seconds. So the piece is really 7 minutes and 20 seconds. And I guarantee you, the fucking piece even ends, yeah. So 7 minutes and 20 seconds is how long the Mike South 15-minute ABC payola was. Fuck, man. Really, guys? Okay. Again, this is the guy that has advertisements on his site for MindGeek, which is Brazzers, which is Playboy, which is Twisties. And I'm sure if you look through more of these galleries, more of these sites are owned by the Manwin Group. So there you go. Awesome, huh? There you go, guys. There's your leader, Mike South. If anybody wants to try to get to the bottom of those apples, I'll be more than happy to listen. I'm sure we won't. And you'll just go through life as you do, blind to everything. All right, we're going to take a fucking a break real quick so I can fucking piss. And when we get back, we're going to tackle a couple other things. And then guess what? And Katie Summers, the beautiful and vivacious Katie Summers. And hopefully tonight will be the start of her special pussy news. Pussy news. We'll see. She's had about an hour and a half to set up pussy news. So we'll see if pussy news is ready for her. And if we're ready for pussy news. Anyways, it's the Rob Black Show. And we're going to take a break. And we'll be back in only about 5 minutes. Only about 5 minutes. Don't get crazy, guys. We'll be back really relatively short time. It won't be that long. And we'll be talking and enjoying life. And we're not going to talk about the sock puppet. Instead, we're going to hear from who should we hear from? What girl? You guys want to hear from Kendra's Secrets and her interview from Spoon-Fed Cum? All right, here it is. Kendra's Secrets. She's old. Never happened to her.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Kendra's
Sit down
Secrets.
next to the, I don't know, another little girl. It's like, look, boom. It's kind of cool. Hey, Kendra's Secrets. Now, how long have you been in the business for?
I've been in the business now for about a year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yes.
Now, how old are you?
I'm 39.
You're really 39.
Yeah, I'm really 39.
You look really, really hot for a 39-year-old broad.
Thank you.
Very, very hot.
I try.
Yeah. Well, how did you get into this?
Into this industry?
Yeah.
A friend referred me and knew that I was kind of a wild sexual little girl anyway, so instead of just doing wild and sexual and not getting paid for it, you might as well go make some bucks and have some fun and get some good dick and pussy at the same time.
But now, what was the friend? Were they in the business?
They had friends in the industry and contacts and stuff of various agents and things.
Well, how does that, was it a friend, a guy or girl? So it was like a fuck buddy
We'll call it that.
who had friends that were in the pornography business.
Exactly.
And you just, how does the conversation come up that says, hey,
We were watching a forum, and it was one of his friends who was shooting in it. And, you know, I was making a comment about it and how wild and crazy. And I'm like, I do that. And he's just like, yeah, you do all that, and that's why you should do it. And I'm like, whatever. You know, I never thought I would be doing it just because I don't know. I just never really saw myself as being like that girl.
yeah,
I mean, I know I'm not a bad looker. I
yeah,
look great.
yeah.
But I don't know. I never saw myself being a little, I guess, on that side of the camera.
Yeah. So how did that, see, what was the thing that made you go, all right, I'm going to try it?
Just the fact that he said, you know, let me make a phone call and, you know, see what happens.
Yeah.
And for a guy, a girl, age, whatever, because, you know, maybe the average person might think I'm hot, but then there's a lot of people out there who spend money on porn who'd be like, no, that's not what's for me. Maybe there's a different look. So
you were nervous, so you just did both.
I did both, just because it was really more on some fun.
So
It
like,
wasn't like a job per se for me at the beginning. It was more to see what happens and see how much fun it is and make some extra cash.
so like, what did you exactly do at the,
My other job.
yeah.
I managed to cancel field sales.
So what's that, like you were a collection agent for them?
I sold the software to some big, large companies.
When were you married?
Like what year?
Yeah, when did you get divorced or when did you get separated? When did you become a single mother?
9 years ago.
That long ago?
Yeah.
What happened? Was he older than you, younger than
He's
you?
older.
How much older?
7 years.
Oh, okay. So like, what happened?
Well, somebody who's going to be physically and verbally abusive, and that's the first rule.
Well, like, how long were you with him now?
Too long.
Well, what's too long?
5 years,
So you were with him-
including dating, not just marriage. I was only married on paper.
Well, wasn't he abusive and
Yeah.
verbally and physically, like, in
Yeah.
the beginning?
Yes, all the red flags were there.
Why didn't you do anything then?
I was more afraid. I was threatened.
Did he beat the shit out of you?
Broke my ribs, my nose, the whole 9 yards.
Really?
Kicked me.
Like, what happened? Like, food wouldn't be ready and punch you in your
No, he's
fucking
just-
face?
No, he's just one of those kinds of very angry, aggressive, controlling kind of people, and had a perfect woman who he wanted to keep at home and keep to himself, but yeah, would go and fuck other people and all this other shit.
What color was he?
Half black, half Japanese.
What the fuck is a half black, half Japanese? I never heard of that before.
It looks a lot like A-Rod.
Yeah? Did he have a penis like a black man or like a Japanese man?
I would say a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Nothing too phenomenal.
And he was an angry, violent person. That's very bizarre.
Horrible.
So you divorced? Do you ever see him still?
No, that's his choice.
Or about the kids?
No, not again, it's his choice.
Oh, so-
Never even short of support.
Really?
No.
Does he live still out in California?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, do you guys live in San Diego?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a big family?
Yeah.
Like you got brothers, sisters?
I
or
have
you
a sister.
have a sister? Was like your family supportive of that? Just like did they know you were getting the shit beat out of you?
They knew a lot was up because I was really reserved, and I'm very close to my family. And when I started pulling back from my friends and family, because naturally I didn't want them to see me like that, and nor did I want to see myself. I was embarrassed and humiliated
What
for allowing something.
Yeah. What was the caveat to like where you ended it all? Like what was
It's
the?
not a very nice story.
Yeah, tell me the story.
Okay. I don't remember how it started, but I was just basically telling him that why don't you just go? Why don't you just leave? You know, we're not married. We haven't been a married couple since the fair, since abuse, blah blah blah. My youngest was 3 months old. Oldest was only 19 months. Not even like 2 years. They're only 16 months apart. And basically, I was telling him, you just go. This isn't healthy, you know, and all that. And I was being nice about it. I was just basically saying, this isn't healthy. So why don't you just go on with your life? Let me go on with my life. We're not even like roommates. We're not even friends. Not even anything, you know. And I was really trying my hardest to do what I was supposed to do, not to break up the family. on the woman's perspective, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit there and subject my children to that type of future. I chose to bring them into this world, so I'm going to make sure that they're going to have the best world that they have as my responsibility. So when I was telling him this, and he decided to pick me up at my throat with my feet off the floor where I'm holding the youngest, and proceeded to beat the shit out of me until I woke up on the ground with blood all over my baby.
You know what happened?
He was gone, and the next day, that's when I decided to pick up whatever I could in the car and just go.
You never like went to the police or anything?
No, I was too frightened, too embarrassed, only because of, well, there's reasons, there's professional reasons for my other family members. I just didn't want to air out my business and have it be reflected on my family.
Do you have family that like have like what kind of like government jobs or shit like that? Or
Yeah, legal.
like lawyery type things?
Exactly.
And you just didn't want nobody to know.
Not really. It was bad enough that I experienced it, but it was bad. I just didn't want my errors of decisions that I've made be reflected on my other family members, because that's not their error or their fault.
Hmm.
I'll take the wrath of it and live with that. I don't know, when the industry doesn't want to book me, or the industry maybe found somebody else to take my place.
Yeah, but then that means forever.
Exactly.
50-year-old broads that are
And you
still
know what?
working.
There's nothing wrong with that. As long as I'm having fun and enjoying my job, as long as the fans are happy and satisfied with the job that I put out, as well as the directors and the talent that I work with, then why not keep going with something that's enjoyable?
Well, she's there. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, how you doing? Hey, come over. What's your name? Can you go sit down next to the, I don't know, another little girl? It's like, look, boom. It's kind of cool. I tell you secrets. Now, how long have you been doing the business for?
I've been in the business now for about a year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yes.
Now, how old are you?
I'm 39.
You're really 39.
Yeah, I'm really am 39.
You look really, really hot for a 39-year-old broad.
Thank you.
Very, very hot.
I try.
Yeah. Well, how did you get into this?
Into this industry?
Yeah.
A friend referred me and knew that I was kind of a wild sexual little girl anyway, so instead of just doing wild and sexual and not getting paid for it, you might as well go make some bucks and have some fun.
I'm back, guys. I would have been back 2 minutes earlier, or 1 minute earlier. But I told you the whole shitting thing in the toilet. You got to use the plunger. It's like a whole thing. And I had turds that I needed to flush down, and they were lingering. So it was like a whole fucking process. Anyways, all right, we're back. Oh man, fuck. Woo! Earlier today, we talked about the prestigious Fanny Awards and the fact that Axel Braun won Director of the Year from the Fanny Awards, and Brad Armstrong won nothing! Yes, Brad Armstrong won nothing. A big goose egg, a big zero. All right, and I tweeted that out there today. I got no response, but hey, I wanted to tweet a big congratulatorial hell yeah to the great Axel Braun for winning Director of the Year. I mean, guys, let's face it, the man can do no wrong. The man is a legend. And let's face it, come Wednesday at the XRCO, I got to tell you, my money is on Braun. All right? You got your money, you want to bet? The bet is on Braun. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do tomorrow, actually we'll do it Wednesday. Should we do it Wednesday or should we do it tomorrow? Well, either I'm not real sure what fucking day. We're either going to do it tomorrow with anticipation to be Wednesday afternoon and night, or we'll do it Wednesday afternoon because it will be fresh. But I'm thinking we'll do it tomorrow. That way we can get more people involved in the gambling process. So what we're going to do tomorrow, actually in the afternoon show, is we're going to give our predictions for the XRCO Award. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go through all of the nominations. We're going to go through the process of who's up for what, and we're going to take our bets on who's going to win. So tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we will have, just so you know, and I want y'all to be excited about it, because this is big action. Tomorrow, we will have our XRCO predictions. Yes, we will have our very own XRCO predictions. And I got to tell you, I'm excited about it because I'm thinking, okay, I'm thinking I'm going to be able to hit it right on the head. Seriously, I am thinking I'm going to be able. Oh, you know what that was, ladies and gentlemen? That was some music from the XRCO Award Show. Yes, it was. I'm thinking that I'll be able to hit exactly on who is going to be the winner. I'm serious. I'm telling you, I'm going to be able to tell. Let's put it this way, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at best parody for a comic, you literally, every nomination is Vivid Entertainment, with the exception of one movie, which is The Adventures of Hawkman and Hawkgirl from Extreme Comics, the company that I created. And let me tell you something. I didn't make that movie. It was made by Jordan Septo, and the movie is the biggest piece of shit in the history of movies. It is so fucking bad, it'll make your skin crawl. Seriously. It literally will make your fucking skin crawl. That's how fucking bad the fucking movie is, alright? Seriously. That's how bad the fucking movie is. But we're going to go over this tomorrow because I'm getting excited by looking at the list right now. Seriously, I'm looking at the list and I'm getting fucking excited just by some of these names. Okay? Just by some of these names. Just by looking at some of these players. Let's face it, all right? Let's face it. You're talking about predictions. I could write up just easy, okay? Easy. 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 All right? Best Director Parody, Axel Braun. Easy. 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 See how I just said it? Easy. Best Director in a Feature, Brad Armstrong. Easy. Okay? And they even made it so Axel and Brad wouldn't be going against each other. Because for the Best Director in a Feature, Axel Braun's not even in that category. And for Best Director of a Parody, Brad Armstrong's not in that category. I don't think Brad had a parody that that year, or did he? Yeah, Men in Black. Wasn't Men in Black 2 last year? Wasn't Men in Black 2 last year? For Christ's sakes. We'll do this tomorrow, you guys, because we're gonna do this all day tomorrow. We're gonna need your buddy and everybody's buddy, Tom Byron, there to go ahead and get us information and be able to tell us exactly what is up. What movie came out when? Why isn't this movie in where? And things like that, okay? Seriously. So we're going to have to figure these things out and go from there. So we will get to that tomorrow because this is a great list. We're going to have fun with this tomorrow. Best New Starlet. Cream, Dream, I don't know what the fuck that is. It's like Unsung Siren, Unsung Swordsman, Cream Dream, Super Slut. Well, what the fuck is that? What is all that? It's like I'm confused. XRCO Hall of Fame, we're going to have fun on that. Fucking Mark Wood. Mark Wood. Mark Wood in the Hall of Fame. Fucking Mark Wood. Oh, man. It's like, what? But what's funny is Mark Wood's in the Hall of Fame, and he's going in the same time as Tony Montana. Tony Montana's been in the business, I don't know, probably 10 years longer than Mark Wood. And he was never inducted into XRCO Hall of Fame until now, along with Mark Wood. How is that? How is it that Tony Montana gets in to the XRCO Hall of Fame, even though he was in the business longer than Mark Wood? And he's got the badge of honor, which is AIDS. But seriously, he's got AIDS. He's got the performer's badge of honor. Big AIDS. That's what he's got. The big A. AIDS. Hey, I don't know. I don't know how they work. I don't know what they do. I don't know. I take it that's the Bill Margold, that genius. That's his shtick, where he decides who's going to be in the Hall of Fame and gets to, put his 2 cents in there. So, hey, because only Bill Margold would be able to come up with XRC Hall of Fame, Slave to Love, Rosebud, Alex Terenzi, Best Movie, 1993. Fucking every one of these performers that are in this list for all these awards, like none of them were around in 1993. So it's obvious that's a Bill Margold thing. But yeah, I mean, fucking. Oh man. Fucking Super Slut. I'd give it to Sheena Shaw just because she was fucking John Stagliano. You gotta give it to Super Slut, Sheena Shaw, because she goes above and beyond to get recognition. When you're fucking the owner of Evil Angel and he's full of AIDS, you got to admit that gives fucking your way to the top a whole new meaning. That's like I'm toxic. I'm going to put my life on the line to get work and to hopefully get some awards. Woo! All right, I got to stop because we'll do this. We'll do this tomorrow. We'll have fun tomorrow. And we'll make our predictions tomorrow. We'll write down our predictions, and we'll go from there, post them, and see if we win. See if we win anything. I don't know. Maybe we'll win something. Maybe we'll win fucking a fucking thing of turtle wax. I don't know. Seriously. Maybe we'll win some turtle wax. What show did they give turtle wax in? Seriously, what was it? Not Price is Right, but Let's Make a Deal with Monty Hall. I think it was, they could give you turtle wax. I think that's what it was, turtle wax. Maybe not. I don't fucking know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, let's call Katie Summers with the news that we can use. Here we go. Let me put my headphones in. All of you YouTubers, I know this is the part you don't like because you're not seeing Katie Summers. You're only seeing me, and sometimes I don't speak for a couple minutes. So you're like, I'm just watching Rob Black. Look at his screen. So, YouTubers, I'm sorry. This is not entertaining for you. Go to theroblackshow.com and you can watch Katie Summers. Go to YouTube or theroblackshow.com. Hey, Katie Summers, we would like to welcome you to the Rob Black Show. And we would like to present to all of the fans out there the new lives that you can use. Take it away, Katie Summers. And let me ask you this. Do you have the pussy news cam on or no? Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, Katie Summers is here. Well, she's really not here, but she's going to make a cocksucking motherfucking announcement. So I'm going to leave it to her right now. She's going to take it away. Give us your announcement, Katie Summers, you dirty little fucker. Wow. Now, Katie Summers, that will be tomorrow. We were kind of excited possibly having it tonight, but that's all right. I don't want to put undue pressure on you. But, yes, we were hoping that that was going to be tonight. Well, you know what, Katie Summers? That's very responsible of you to actually give a shit, and you want to make sure that it looks good, and you want to make sure that it doesn't interfere with the newscast portion of the show. You know what, Katie Summers? God damn it, you're a fucking responsible girl, man. You're not some girl that would be doing, you know, anal fusion #4. From Deviant Films or something like that, God damn it. You are a fucking winner! Definitely not doing the next She-Mail American #25. Alright, Katie Summers, give us some fucking news, you little dirty fucker. So we can get the fuck out of here. You could go back, I could go back, and then we could meet up and scourge each other at night. Yes! Give it to me! Give me all you got! Give me all you got! So, well, I would say LBJ had a big black cock. I would say JFK had a big black cock. I would say Bush doesn't have a big cock. And on top of that, between Bush now telling jokes, and he's already started a painting career, this guy is like a regular fucking comedian of all trades. I mean, I think he's gonna go on like a fucking tour of like talking and entertaining and just overall being funny. I mean, how else do you describe Bush? Telling jokes, doing painting. I mean, the fucking guy, he's on a roll here. Summers, are you there? Summers, are you there? How did we lose Summers, ladies and gentlemen? We lost Summers. We lost Summers. We lost Summers. We lost Katie Summer. Well, we didn't lose her. I lost her. You guys are watching her. And she's talking. But we lost her. Well, I lost her. I lost her. You guys didn't lose her. So let's get her back here. Now it's just going straight to her. Fucking unbelievable. Hey, dummy! Hang up your fucking phone or something, you retard. Fuck, man. Anyways, guys, we'll let's get back to Summers here. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden you vanished. Well, like I was explaining to everybody, they technically, like, we didn't lose, like, I'm the only one that lost you, because technically you're still online, and they all could hear you. The only person that couldn't hear you is me, but when that shit happens, I had to whistle to the crowd, whistle to the audience, go, hey guys, I got to recall because my landline died or something. But yeah, I mean, we always think that it means that we lost you. We really didn't lose you. Everybody's still looking at you. It's just me and you lost communication. Yeah, so, all right, so go ahead. Give me some news. I did. I already said it. You didn't hear me. So the fans already heard me. I said he's a comedian now. He does paintings. I already said it. So they already heard me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. You're on camera right now doing your news, sucking on a dildo. Uh, so I thought you meant you were sitting on camera, sucking on a dildo while, like, we're talking and you're like just sucking on a dildo like it's a fucking pacifier, like you're at a rave. You got a fucking rubber dick around your neck and you're just sucking on it, doing the news. Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be a cool rave look to be sucking on a dildo while you're at a rave instead of a pacifier where you're just sucking on a dildo. Next time we go to one of those raves, I'll get you one of those big sugar gummy worm cock things that you can fucking suck on. What? All right. Okay, give us a look. So Katie Summers is saying that Google bought some drones. So Google was like, well, fuck Zuckerberg. We want to get our own drones. Now, don't forget, everybody, and Katie Summers, you could remind them all, that the real giant in the drone technology is Amazon, because Amazon had the drones before Facebook wants to get them, and Google. Amazon got the drones months ago. Yeah. So you mean Google and Facebook bought technology, bought into a company. Well, not both of them. They were bidding for it over each other. So Google bought into a company now that is having drones where somebody could get inside this machine and somebody on the ground will fly them around in the sky. See, that's creepy shit, man. And not just creepy shit, but fuck, I don't know if I would feel 100% comfortable riding in some little machine that some little pimply faced kid sitting in Silicon Valley is flying me around. Like it's like jets and shit. That's how I envision these drones to look, like a little flying disc with like a glass hood on it, and you're just zipping through the sky. Not real high, but you're like a football field in the air, flying through, weaving in and out of buildings, like fucking whoa, whoa. Horrible. I don't know if I dig all that. That's so crazy. I don't know, man. I don't feel too confident with flying around in a fucking drone. A blood moon. I fucking heard of a blood moon. It's fucking crazy. All right, I'm down. I'm down. All right, and so that's gonna be at midnight. All right. Well, make sure we take a picture of that. I'm super excited. Yes, yes. Tell me. I want to know. The guy with the crazy hair. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yes. Jesus Christ. They ought to fucking put this. Okay, well, I don't know what the fuck, why they let this lady off, because it sounds like she's gonna fucking do something fucking dangerous. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know that's, and they let this lady fucking out after she tried to hit Hillary Clinton with a fucking shoe. I tell you this, I wouldn't be surprised if something bad winds up happening on the heels of all of this. I bet you I bet you that I get one better for you. I'm gonna make you a bet. I guarantee you, this is not the last time we hear of this girl's name. That's my bet. I guarantee this is not going to be this will not be the last time we have heard of this girl. I guarantee you that we're going to hear more about this chick and stuff coming from her. I guarantee you, man. This is not over. Somebody that is aligning themselves with murderers and things like that. Guess what? They don't quietly go away after they throw a shoe at the first lady and then get let out of prison. Seriously, this is not going to be the last time we have heard from this girl. Mark my words. I guarantee you. That's my 2 cents, motherfuckers. Yeah, you watch. You watch. Telling you, something's gonna come out of this. Mark my words. Mark my fucking words. I can just feel it. Oh, go ahead. I didn't read the story, but when I was looking online today, I seen a guy who wore who had a sign that said, "I'm a bully," and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I didn't read it because I figured you would bust out with that. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's so funny. Well, okay. So he's um, uh, I guess he's in trouble, and he's got to wear the sign that says he's a fucking and that he's a That he's a bully. Okay, just the fact that he's smearing shit on people is pretty fucking bad. Smear shit on them. Oh, man. What the fuck? Well, how long is the guy got to stand out there with the bully sign? For 1 day? Wow. All right, well, that teaches you all. Don't smear shit on people. Don't put shit on people's retard ramps. Oh, okay. John Wilkes Booth. That was today? Wow, there's Katie Summers pulling out the fucking history, man. 1855, John Wilkes Booth today. April 14th, 1865, shot Abraham Lincoln right in his fucking head. Wow. So he was against slaves. He didn't want no slaves. All right, good. No slaves. We don't want slaves. No slaves. All right, Katie Summers. Well, that was an awesome newscast. Believe it or not, I was thoroughly entertained. My favorite story was the guy with putting shit on retards. That was my favorite story. That was a classic bit. I like that. If we were in studio and our studio was finished and built, I would have reenacted that with you. I literally would have reenacted that with you, and I would have took shit from my own poopy pants, and I would have smeared it on you and depicted that guy. And then I would have walked outside and held up a sign that said, "I'm a bully!" I'm a bully. Horrible. All right, Katie Summers. Well, tomorrow we're excited about the Katie Summers Pussy Cam. I don't know how else to describe that. And I'll tell you something, Katie Summers. I got an idea for you. I know you're going to do an upshot of the Pussy Cam. But I'll tell you, if you played your cards right and positioned your camera, you could shoot. I got ideas. I got ideas, Katie Summers. When I come to your humble abode, I'm gonna have to go over these ideas with you while we're in the basement of your apartment building, working out, lifting fucking weights, talking about who we're gonna fucking rape. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to sign off with the beautiful Katie Summers. Katie Summers, give us a sign off. Tell everybody where you're going to be and get doing what you're doing, and give us a big old hell yeah. All right. Au revoir. Pusu pusu. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Katie Summers, she's a fucking lunatic. She is. She's a fucking lunatic. Talking about pussy cams and shit. You know what? The more I think about it, do we really need to have this type of environment with what we're doing and having pussy cams? I don't know, man. Pussy cams, for Christ's sakes, guys. Is that what the Rob Black Show is digressed into? Is this what we're going to be doing? Is this the attitude era of the Rob Black Show? Is this the attitude is back of the Rob Black Show? I don't know, but it feels like it, ladies and gentlemen. Pussy cams, retards smearing shit on people. Well, I don't know. It's just insanity. Anyways, it's the Rob Black Show, and we're going to sign off. We'll see you guys tomorrow at what time? Tell me what time we're going to be back here tomorrow, guys. I'm going to wait for you all to tell me. I'm going to wait. Here it goes. I'm listening. 8 p.m. And guys, don't forget, and I don't hype it up enough, and I know I don't, and I'm fucking sorry, but go to iTunes or the iBook store, go to Nook, go to Amazon, go to where our books are sold, and you can get the new book, Race to the Bottom. It's the porn version, and it has all of the great porn stories from our history here on the Rob Black Show. It's got 35 porn stories that will leave you in stitches. Ha! You'll be laughing. Woo! And it will be extremely funny. So go there and read the book. It's great. It's entertaining. And it's just for you. All right, guys. So Rob Black Show. We're out of here. And we're going to go take care of some stuff. Put up some clips, work on Roku, and this week, ladies and gentlemen, Roku will be up. I'll be giving you guys the address where you can get on Roku, if you have one, and watch the Rob Black program. Watch wrestling. Watch excerpts from the book. Katie Summers has been busy reading from the Rob Black books, like she has done before. And ladies and gentlemen, you are going to love some of this new stuff that we have planned. So get going, click on some of this shit, and we'll see you fuckers in Jesus Christ in 10 to 11, 12, in 14 hours. We'll be back here. I know. Fuck. Jesus Christ, it's like the never-ending fucking story. All right, as always, what do we practice here? Hate. What do we practice here? Intolerance. And who promotes it? Slayer and the Angel of Death.